Man, guys, I had this dilemma. I think you call it a dilemma. 2 weeks ago, my oldest son, he's 11 now. That trips me out right there that I have an 11-year-old. He decided that he was going to make me breakfast. Well, he didn't know that the new thing that I'm trying right now is like everybody else is I am intermittent fasting or time restricted eating. I think is the better answer. And so I'm not really eating breakfast. And so I come downstairs and there's stacks of pancakes, eggs are in the pan. I think he's got sausage or bacon going. So he toasts, like he just, when he goes and he cooks, he does anything breakfast we have, he's cooking it. Like I think there's been times where he's actually had cereal out along with all that stuff. So it's just really, really funny, but it's awesome, but it was not helpful because I am trying not to eat. Well, he didn't know that, right? So I had to eat it, right? And I enjoyed it immensely because it felt like I was getting a part of his heart. You know, not physically, that'd be weird. I meant like I was getting like his caring, his affection and all that. And so it was really, really awesome, but it was also not helpful for what I'm really, really trying to do. So anyway, I ate the food, felt really, really good about it, didn't feel guilty at all. In fact, I would have felt way more guilty if I didn't eat anything, right? If I had been like, oh, sorry, son, I can't eat right now, I'm fasting. Like, I think that would have been kind of a lame thing to say. So I didn't feel guilty at all. I felt great. And, but what I did was after that, I actually had a conversation with him and I said, hey, listen, son, what I'm going to do now is dad is really, really focusing on since I'm not growing taller now, because I'm 36, going to be 37 this year. The only thing dad can do now is I can grow out. And so I'm adjusting my food intake. So what I want you to do is if you want to make me breakfast, run it by me first, especially if it's not Saturday, Sunday, because I only intermittent fast 5 days a week, okay, because I'm not a weirdo. 5 days on, 2 days off. But that allowed me to kind of convey to him that dad was being health conscious, right? Sometimes people assume that because you are going to tell your kid that you are watching what you eat, you're going to make them obsessive about food in an unhealthy way. But instead I said, hey, son, you should enjoy your breakfast. You should enjoy cooking things for you and your brother and your sisters. We have 4 kids, right? But for me, right now, with where I'm at with my activity level, I have to make sure that I pay attention to my food. Because at night, when we're having dinner and your mom makes these amazing dinners, I don't say no to anything. So I can't wake up in the morning and say no to 0 things for the entire day, or else your dad's going to start being unhealthy. So that did 2 things, right? It acknowledged the amazing work that he did. He cooked for me. It acknowledged the fact that that I'm paying attention to my food, but it also gave me this tertiary benefit of being able to tell him, when you get older, when you've stopped growing, it's important to take a look at your health a little bit more closely. And that was the underlying message I think is really, really good that we delivered to him. The underlying message isn't to become obsessive about the way you look and your abs and whatever. I mean, you guys already can tell, well, maybe you can't tell from where I'm sitting now, I don't have a crazy 6-pack, right? I'm getting better, but I don't have a crazy 6-pack. So I'm not talking about being obsessive about who you are and what you do. I'm just talking about being realistic. So when your kids aren't being helpful, maybe sit them down and have a real conversation with them. Be honest with them. Tell them exactly what you're thinking and why. They'll appreciate you for it.